What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Baddog. Finally back with the New York Giants video. Not really a lot to talk about in the way of the New York Giants, which is why I haven't done a lot of video content on them. I do plan on doing more Giants content going forward here. Obviously, minicamp has started, and even though there's still not a lot to talk about as far as minicamp goes, we could talk about the connection with Kenny Golladay and Daniel Jones. We could talk about the way the players are looking, Saquon Barkley, all this other stuff. We could talk about the media and Joe Judge and all the things that have gone on during this offseason. But the one thing that I want to talk about in this video is Kadarius Toney. Now, can we get Kadarius Toney some shoes, please? Can we get this kid some kind of sneakers or something? Now, I don't really know what's going on with Kadarius Toney. Obviously, he had the one video there where his shoe didn't fit, and they didn't have another backup cleats for the guy, and he was out there running drills in one sneaker and a barefoot, and he didn't show up for voluntary OTAs and everything else, and that's kind of concerning to me. I may not be concerning to other people, and Joe Judge obviously didn't have much of a thing to say about it. He didn't really care. Just kind of said we addressed that stuff and everything else, but it's a little concerning to me that Kadarius Toney wasn't there for the voluntary workouts, and a lot of people said, hey, that's because he hadn't signed his contract. But even the day that he did sign his contract, he wasn't there for OTAs. And he left, he left the minicamp early the other day. They said that every time he ran around, he looked great. He was explosive and everything else. He was looking really good. But he kept slipping here, slipping there. Every time he'd come out of his cut, he would be slipping. And he ended up leaving the practice, and he didn't come back. He left near the end of the practice, but he didn't come back. And they said, well, we don't know what happened, if it was just because he kept slipping or if he ended up with some undisclosed injury. And Joe Judge says they're not going to talk about injuries. Normally, they don't when it comes to the OTAs, the minicamps, and all that stuff. They don't really mention a lot of injuries. But I don't know what the hell the deal is with Kadarius Toney and him not being in practice, I don't know if this is just a bad work ethic or what it is. I don't know much about Kadarius Toney as a person, about his work ethic. I don't watch a ton of Florida football. I do know that he's a pretty skilled wide receiver and that he definitely can do a lot of different things for the New York Giants. He's going to be a very versatile player. But I do get a little concerned when this early on in his career that these type of things are happening. Now, I know a lot of people say, hey, Baddog, you're making a big deal about nothing. It ain't really a big deal. These workouts don't really matter. But to me, I think that when you're a rookie going into the NFL, especially a first-round pick, that you need all the reps you can get. You need all the experience you can get. You need all the chemistry with the other players that you can get. You need all the ability to learn the playbook and everything else from the coaches and get acclimated to the team. You need as much time as you can get with your players and coaches. And again, man, I mean, last year, the New York Giants fans made a lot of, I don't want to say excuses, but it's a fact, and it happened to every team. Hey, listen, we didn't have the OTAs and the minicamps and the training camp last year, not the way it normally is in the NFL. They had to learn an all-new system. They had to learn Joe Judge's system, Jason Garrett's system, Patrick Graham's system, yada, yada, yada. They all had to learn this. They didn't really have an opportunity to get acclimated to one another, build that chemistry, especially on the offensive line. So their first really foray into NFL football was the actual game. So while it may not be that big of a deal that Kadarius Toney missed some of these practices and left, the practice the other day, to some people, it is a little bit concerning to me. So I don't really know what to think about Kadarius Toney at this point. Of course, you can always let me know in the comments section. I always appreciate anybody that watches in the comments to let me know. And again, maybe I'm making too big of a deal about this, but to me, this is a guy that should be there all the time, unless he did get hurt, and hopefully that's not the case. I don't want to hear that a guy's getting hurt in freaking minicamp. That's not really what you want. When there's no contact there, you don't want to hear the guy getting hurt. You don't want to. I'd much rather hear a guy having a bad practice where he ain't catching the ball, he's running the wrong route, he's doing things like that. I don't want to hear that he's missing time because of injury or because he just doesn't want to be there. So again, I don't know much about Kadarius Toney and his background, and I really don't. I'm not the GM of the New York Giants. It's not my job to go around and try to search Kadarius Toney's background. But like I said, man, he is the first-round pick of the New York Giants, and I would like to see him out there playing more and being out there every snap, every opportunity he gets to work with this offense and Daniel Jones and Saquon and Jason Garrett and everything else, the better off he's going to be when it comes time to lace him up for real. And obviously, with these damn sneakers or cleats or whatever you want to call them, can we get him some cleats that fit him or whatever that dig into the ground so he can cut? Can we find this kid some cleats? Cleatgate over here. Cleatgate is what we're going to start calling this. I don't know what the deal is with Kadarius Toney. Maybe you guys do know. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. Again, really not much to talk about in the way of New York Giants. When I have to come out here and make a video on Kadarius Toney's cleats and his feet, and Philly 500 loves that because Philly 500 loves feet. If you don't know about Philly 500, huge foot fetish, loves feet. Philly 500 loves feet. He loves feet almost as much as he loves the Philadelphia Eagles, maybe even more. So if you ever get an opportunity to send Philly 500 some foot pics, do it. He loves feet. Anyway, that's all I got in this video. And I'll just end. The Eagles stink, by the way, Philly 500. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Minicamp or not, the Eagles stink, baby. Let's go Giants. Let me know what you think in the comment section about Kadarius Toney, man. Have a great day, everybody. By the way, if you made it this far, I'll be live tonight for the Jazz and the Clippers game, too. Hope to see you there. Until next time, bad diggity dizzle. I'm gone. Peace.